All right, welcome back to Nerds by Screenlight.
Oh boy.
Boy, it's a great start.
Happy August, everybody.
Yeah. My name is Aaron.
My name's Vicki.
I'm Zoe.
I'm Phil.
And this is Nerds by Screenlight.
You didn't see the look that my husband just gave me.
I was just like,
Whose turn is it?
I don't know what's going on.
So he just gave me a look.
It's August 1st. We're recording this on August 1st, and three of us are or have been in teacher world. Myself and Vicki are going back into it in next week. And Zoe is now out of it in the professional counseling world.
And Phil's out of it too. He's graduated.
Phil out of being a student. He's graduated and is in the world of freelance and/or job seeking community. Episode 67. Today we are talking about Uptown Girl. Or is it Uptown Girl? Uptown Girls.
Uptown Girls.
Uptown Girls, right, because we got two girls in the movie. So the opener that was suggested because of a recent experience this weekend by our intrepid hiking crew was Crazy Animal Stories. So who's starting this whole
I
conversation?
guess I am since I saw it first.
Okay.
So we're hiking Golden Gate
Canyon. Yeah.
and we picked a new trail this time. And, we always read our little wildlife safety tips. And this place had moose, elk, bears, and mountain lions.
And they all have signs about this at the head of the trailhead.
Here's what to do if you see this one.
This is important for the story that you're about to hear.
And Zoe took a picture of it.
I did.
I forgot about that part. Yeah.
So glad I did.
Yes.
Me and Vicki tend to,
Vicki and I.
we think we talk more about the bears and mountain lion situation because that's
like, okay, if you see a
scarier.
bear, look big, be loud.
Right.
Anyways, so we're walking up this hill full of rocks and I'm dying. Vicky's
Okay.
fine. I'm dying.
Okay.
So I'm like, let's stop. Oh, look at this pretty flower.
It's as tall as me.
It's as tall as Vicki.
I'm
Let's take a
5'3" and a
picture.
half for the record.
And then I saw a cool rock, so I went on the other side of the trail. As soon as I turned around, I saw the head, some furry head. So my first instinct is, oh God, is it a bear?
Right.
As soon as it lifted its head, I'm like, okay, it's a moose. And then I was like, should I tell Vicki? I don't know how she's going to react.
Oh, you found out.
So I'm like whispering and kind of like hitting, well, not hitting her, but like,
No, she's like,
and I'm like, Vicki, there's a moose. Immediately, Vicki goes, are you joking? I'm like, Vicki, I would not be joking about this. And then she's like, Zoe, what do we do? And I'm like, I don't know.
Now let's take a pause here, audience.
Can I explain myself for a second?
No. Remember that moment we talked about maybe 2 minutes ago? Mm-hmm. There was pictures taken of what to do with each specific animal.
Yes.
Did they open up the picture and look at it as the moment was happening?
We actually
just
looked
wanted
at
to
it
show-
after the
Yes,
moose was
yes,
gone.
they did.
Because I was like,
That's-
Zoe, didn't you take a picture? And you're like, right.
But hey, we did all the right things. You're supposed to back away.
We didn't approach it. We waited until we were sure it was gone. And then we waited extra time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think why I was so scared is like, if I am going to have to run, I'm going to have to run down this hill full of rocks.
Okay.
And I don't want to do that. So my initial instinct was, I'm just not going to look at the animal.
Ignore it.
It's not there.
Yeah.
And I have the reaction of like, if there's a wasp in the room, I'm going to see it. So I'm like, I'm going to keep my eye on this thing.
She gave me like every second updates, and I'm just like,
I was trying to reassure you.
Okay.
I was like, it's going away. It's just
Apparently
grazing.
apparently that didn't help.
anyway, come to find out, it's definitely an adolescent moose.
It was
Okay.
still,
So we're so glad we didn't run into Mom, because I feel like that would have been a whole different
oh
experience.
my gosh.
But we got to see a moose. I mean, come on.
You got to see a moose. In the end, there was a moose. Yeah. Lovely. Okay. Well, there's the
Better
Zoe.
than the squirrel. Last time I was there. So
Yeah, Zoe and squirrels are on a. They're
they don't like me, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know why.
There's a.
I've always wanted to see a moose in the wild, so I was in disbelief that it was happening. I did not mean to gaslight Zoe.
I just can't believe that
I was
was
just
the
like,
first
this
thing.
isn't happening. There's no way.
I don't know what the term is for. Is that called denial in counseling?
Very much so. I'm like, Vicki, why would I'm whispering? Like, we were
I
just
mean, I didn't
talking.
actually think you were lying to me. That never came up in my head. Like, Zoe's not playing an April Fool's joke. I was just like,
In July.
Yeah, the last day of July.
you never know.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a lovely story. Phil, do you have any crazy wild animal stories?
I caused some crazy wild animal stories.
Oh, okay. I'm listening.
I may have told this story before, actually. I don't know if I ever told it on the podcast. So I'm going to start this off by saying I have a pretty hard to pronounce last name. I'm not going to say it here.
Yeah.
But it's just people see it and they cannot say it anyways.
Yeah.
Well, we had a day at my elementary school. Yep. Elementary. Anyways, where you could... Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I sound buttery now. Anyways.
I changed.
Let me focus.
Microphone.
So in kindergarten, we had a day where I'm pretty sure this was the last time they did this too, where you could bring your pets to school.
Oh yeah, I did that.
And,
I wonder why.
And so my pet I could not just carry in with me, and so everyone else is like doing their little show and tell of like their little puppies, their little bunnies, and you know, and I get a call or the PA contacts the classroom and they're like, I need Philip. And I'm already standing up. I'm like, that's me.
I know.
I'm the problem.
To report to the office. And so I go to the office, and the guy my mom was married to at the time is there, and he has our 12 to 13 foot long Burmese python wrapped around
I
his
knew
neck.
it was gonna be a reptile.
Oh no.
And the lady and everyone in the office is backed across in the corner. And they're like, I'm like, yeah, he's here with me. Like, we're going to go. And, you know, and we get back to the classroom. And I remember my teacher, my teacher's assistant, Miss Wilson. We walk in and she goes, oh, no. And just, boom, straight to the back wall. And just she's like back against the wall. A lot of the kids are like freaking out. Ah! And I'm like, this is my Gonzo. Like, and he's fine. He won't hurt you. And like a lot of the kids were very like, well, some of them were like, I want to touch him, and
Sure.
They loved it. And I remember in high school, like I was a freshman in high school. This one kid came up to me. He's like, you're the guy with the snake, right? And I've never seen that guy since that day.
Right.
Like since kindergarten. And
He remembered. It's
he
a
remembered.
memorable day.
Yeah, he remembered. So that is my story.
Okay.
You caused panic at school.
And it was the last time bring your pet to school occurred.
I'm pretty sure. I don't remember them doing it again after that.
You terrorized your teacher.
Let's just say that was kindergarten, and I didn't bring a pet to school for the rest of the time I was there.
Yeah. So it's what I love about this story is so when we look, like when you go to places and you see like there's a sign that says, hey, you just please don't do this, you know, all of those signs, including the ones on buckets about not letting children like get into them,
Yes.
exist because something happened.
That's
We
right.
were talking about this yesterday.
Yeah.
Every single warning sign you see in the world, out in the wild, you can absolutely guarantee with a 99.9% chance somebody did something foolish, and that required that sign to be placed in there. There's a reason why push and pull signs exist, because
I need
people will start.
I need those signs to be bigger.
Admittedly, that I have that struggle too sometimes. I'm like, wait, why isn't the door? Oh, okay. And then you feel like it's really, really stupid because you're like, I should have just. But
Also be like careful what you wish for, because I felt like everything me and Vicki wished for we got the other day. So
We had waterfalls. We saw wild hummingbirds, gorgeous wildflowers,
and
then
a
there was-
moose.
and a moose.
I was like, let's not see a bear.
You manifested your destiny.
We did.
It was great. It was good times.
As we were dying going up a hill, like that was the worst part.
Gotta love the cardio. It's good stuff.
Well, it's like my heart was already pounding. Then it was even pounding more.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it was fine.
All right. Well, we are gonna take a short break for our intro.
Hold on, Aaron.
What's your
What's
story?
your story?
Hello.
I don't have a lot of fun animal stories. We had a dog growing up, but he was a small little dog, like a small dog, but a medium-sized dog. So we never had any exciting adventures with him.
You grew up in Montana, dude. You have to have something.
No, only until I was 5.
Well, your cousin told us a story about grizzlies.
Oh, so I shared this video on Facebook. I don't know if you saw it.
The
Yeah,
big
I showed
one?
you.
Yeah. So here's the thing, and I'll tell the story. This is connected. So Montana is big sky country. Montana is beautiful, and people have been flocking to Montana because they go see Bozeman, which Bozeman turns into a mini Boulder right now. It's pretty bad. But other towns have turned into mini boulders because it's beautiful, it's sunshiny, it's green, it's glorious. I'm very curious to see how they're gonna feel when winter in Montana arrives, because winter in Montana is a whole nother beast. So yeah, that it was from NBC Montana, and it was like this massive, like at least 3 people-sized grizzly bear.
Yeah.
And the caption was, the state conservation or state animal society, whatever thing, and like this homeowner had partnered together to build an electric fence to keep this grizzly or grizzlies out. And you can see the grizzlies like pawing at the fence, and then you hear this, and he just turns around and do, and that body is terrifying.
It was.
So people talk about like, I saw a bear. I'm like, okay, cool. You saw like a brown bear. You saw a black bear. Go to Montana. Grizzly bears are an entirely different creature. They are mean. They are awful, and they are brutal. There's a reason why there are like horror movies about grizzlies from the 70s and the 80s, and even today.
Yep.
So yeah, no, it's like there's a wilderness refuge called the Bob Marshall. The Bob Marshall is the wildest refuge, the wildest national park. Like it is, you go in, you have got to know how to get out. It is not a friendly place. You go into the Bob Marshall, you have to tell people you're going, you tell them where you're going to be. It is a wild, truly wild park. And I've had family members who've gone in, and they're like, people were like, okay, tell us where you are. Like, we'll make sure, because you go in, there's not a lot. Anyway.
My brain went to a dark. You said I had family members come in, and my brain went, and they did not come out.
Never came out.
They never came out.
They all managed to come out with all
But
their
they
limbs,
have stories.
all their limbs and digits attached. So my story is like years ago, and this is a story that people have all who've gone to Yellowstone have this. And this was like in middle school, maybe whatever. And I knew you don't touch a buffalo. You don't go near a buffalo.
No.
And I just have this distinct memory of some stupid child running at a buffalo, and the buffalo went and just started.
Oh my god.
And he was just like, and I'm just
Smart
like,
kid.
"You stupid idiot, dumb
So
dumb
I.
people,
My heart.
dumb people." But that happens, and like people do stupid things. Like there's
It's like Monsters Inc. Kitty.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, nope. Buffalo.
So I don't have it. Like I've always had a healthy respect for nature, and I always like I don't have any crazy animal stories like that. Whatever. So, but yeah, that was a memory from Yellowstone, and whenever I've gone back or I've driven through, I'm just like, don't go near the bison. They will beat you up, and you will not. But yeah,
They're huge.
Yeah, but the grizzly stories are never. There was a story about a guy. I can't remember his name, like Treadstone or something, and he made friends with grizzlies. He tried.
Oh yeah, you told me.
Yeah, and the story is that he was. People were like, no, they're going to turn on you eventually.
Yeah.
Like you can't exist with wild. This just doesn't work. And so eventually they did. And when the police or like the authorities hadn't heard from him, they went and they found the campsite, and it was.
This is awful.
But he had recorded vlogs, like videos.
Yeah.
And so there is a video that exists of the attack,
Oh, yeah.
and the only person that viewed it was his wife, and they have locked it up in the National Park Service. But it was one of those things where it's like, dude, this is like, no, this is not. This is gonna go bad. It's like, no, they're my friends. They're my friends. I've studied them. It's like, no, they're wild. They're gonna eat you. They're gonna get mad at you one day, and for no reason, whatever. So it did happen. It made me sad because it was like, people just don't understand how wild America is.
Yeah. They're out there. They're real.
Nature is a unflinching beast.
Well, Steve Irwin.
Yeah, Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
And his son did not learn from that.
Nope, he
mistake.
keeps going. Yeah.
His son's doing the same exact stuff.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, you
and,
can't.
oh gosh, it's weird when you see a son. Like it's uncanny. You know who that is.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
his father's son.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. So if you're out there in the world and you think, oh, it won't happen to me, it definitely will. Don't take your life in your own hands
And read signs.
Read signs.
Well,
Take
not
pictures.
just read them, but like
Take
I think
pictures,
just like we were talking about,
study
like,
them,
reviewing the information.
Take 5 minutes to read through, commit it to memory, practice at the
Because we knew
trailhead.
what to do with the bear or mountain lion, but,
But the moose were like, I don't know, what's that even on the
Oh,
side? I can't remember.
I left out the part
Oh no, what?
because Vicki, when she's like, I
Oh,
don't know what
no.
to do. And then she starts going, hey, moose. And I'm like, no, bitch, no.
That's just
No.
like the grizzly videos. Hey, bear.
Yeah.
So good.
When she told me that part of the story, I just rolled my eyes. I was like, oh my gosh.
No, let's be
It was
quiet.
panic. I was just trying to alert it to our presence. I didn't want it to be like.
We don't recommend that you do any of those things.
Well, because we learned that actually moose can't see very well. So honestly, he might not have even saw us to begin with.
Yeah. And the problem is they couldn't see her. They just charge at you and just.
That's why I was going, hey, moose.
Yeah. I don't think. Yeah. This is. Don't do that. Any of those things.
Back away slowly, get behind a rock or tree.
Yep. There you go. There's your advice. This has been nature tips and tricks with Nerds by Screenlight. Nothing, not our core material, but definitely something we are now specializing in.
Yeah.
We'll be right back here on Nerds by Screenlight. We're going to talk about Uptown Girls, what I think is probably one of Brittany Murphy's best movies, but we'll have that conversation
So
as
good.
we get to it. Here we go.
Talk nerdy to me. Get nerdy with me. All I really need for you to do is just please
I can stop.
talk to me. Talk nerdy to me.
All right, welcome back to Nerds by Screenlight. My name is Aaron.
My name's Vicki.
I'm Zoe.
I'm Phil.
We are Nerds by Screenlight.
Dang,
Okay.
he was just going to skip right over me.
Don't do
I
that.
barely got that out.
His
He
name,
was ready.
Aaron.
his name is Phil.
That's because he's used to me. Because mine's like
we're,
a one.
We're all in disorder.
He keeps
studio-
moving us around.
The studio has been rearranged, so everyone's sitting in a different place, except for me. I'm still here in the middle of all of it. Okay, so Uptown Girls, I like it. I think it's a brilliant movie.
I agree.
Overall, like it's much better than Just Married in my mind.
I mean, okay.
You're entitled to your wrong opinion.
It's interesting. As we watched it the first time, I kind of stopped taking notes and stopped criticizing it at a certain point because I was really impressed. Because we have Brittany Murphy and then we have
Dakota Fanning.
I'm gonna write that down because I'm gonna get her mixed up with her. She has a sister, doesn't she?
She does. Ellie, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna write Dakota Fanning down because I'm gonna forget it. I think because of how striking both of these actresses were.
Yeah.
They were acting their socks off like at this point in their lives, and Dakota Fanning was maybe 7 or 8 years old.
I know, she's like my favorite character.
If not, yeah,
No.
she is. So we've got a lot of conversations, but overall, I really liked it. It does, and I think I said this with Just Married. It does make me sad that we didn't get more of Brittany Murphy.
Yeah.
It really is criminal, and I echo Phil's conversation from previous podcasts where he was like, she was a really great actress. She was solid, and the way that she went was not. There's a lot of blame to be passed, and it lies with a lot of the people around her in her orbit. Mm-hmm. It was not Brittany just decided to run herself into the ground. No, she had people, and nobody really in that circle, in that area of influence, has really taken responsibility. Because there's been 2 documentaries so far about it, and both of them the people involved hadn't really taken responsibility for it and handled their part in that whole thing. So
I gotta say with this movie, it was weird for me because I don't necessarily remember watching the movie
yeah.
Before now, but I knew some of the lines that were in it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it was because of the trailer back in the day,
Yeah.
or something, but I knew what was coming up.
Well, I will say some of the things that she says I say in my daily vocabulary.
Well, no, it's not that. I remembered parts of the movie, but I don't remember seeing the whole thing.
Maybe you saw part of it.
Maybe.
I remember seeing clips as well, but not seeing the whole thing straight through.
I feel like some of the sayings have they're a part of our culture too,
Yeah.
though. From this movie.
And we'll
Right.
get into that. All right, movie starts, and we're going to give credit where credit is due. Zoe is going to help us
Oh, go.
because she has her extensive notes.
That's a lot.
as well as Vicki will help us, and Phil, obviously.
I have my trivia.
But my notes, I've dedicated a notebook now to this podcast that it will literally live here, so that I won't lose my notes, because it's probably in a notebook, because I have like 16,000.
Oh,
notebooks.
I feel that so hard.
So I gotta get that. All right, so movie discussion. Where do we start?
So Ray is Dakota Fanning. Well, vice versa, whatever. Anyway, she is the narrator, narrating kind of like opening it like it's a fairy tale. And it's talking about how the king and queen have died and the princess will live forever as a princess, which is Molly, or Brittany Murphy.
Yep.
And this is the eve of her 22nd birthday. And her best friend is calling her like, "You're late. Where are you?" And it's almost like 10 p.m. at night and she's still sleeping.
Yeah.
And then she's like rushing to get ready basically for her party.
Yeah. And then she shows up super late.
I just love the scene where she takes the little candle topper and like makes it into a hair clip. I thought that was so cool.
I have trivia about that. So it was the production team's idea to use the lampshade, but it was hers to scrunch it up and wear it like a barrette.
That's so cool. Because she also like made her dress too, and
Also, Ray makes a comment about that, like, why you got a lampshade on your head?
yeah. I love her. She's like the most mature like 7-8-year-old like in the world. I don't know.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yep. So she gets to her birthday party. They have a party, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, it's a surprise, but she walks in before they even say surprise.
Like, oh, surprise, you're here.
Yeah.
Her best friend's a little weird. I don't.
Is this like at the club or?
Yeah, that's at the club.
The guy.
It's
the
basically
girl,
where you
both.
meet everybody.
Yeah.
And how everyone's like interconnected and.
Okay, so while we're on this scene, I want to point out that the black guy Huey,
Yes.
Yeah.
that is Turk from
Yep.
Scrubs.
Turk from Scrubs.
And
Neil
Willis, too.
Is
is
Chase.
Chase from House.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
watching this and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna love it.
I was like, all your favorite people are in this.
Yeah,
Did you know they're
that
making,
doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's, still didn't like it.
Come to find out, you can have all your favorite people in it, and the movie still. Well, I'm gonna just say I didn't like it. That
Okay.
much.
That's fair.
But I'm not like going to try. I'm trying to try not to like box it to death. So
I'm gonna get it out now.
I have reasons, and I think they're valid.
We'll get to those reasons.
Okay.
A small rabbit trail. They're bringing back Scrubs.
What? With everyone?
Yeah. And I am not happy about it.
I mean.
Because so we'll take a small rabbit trail. So here's the thing: Scrubs, the original way the series ended, was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was the way you want a series to end. And then they got greedy and they went back, and ABC brought it back as like they're back in, they're teaching medical school or whatever.
Oh,
And
that
it
was
awful.
Mm-hmm.
It was
To the point where like they like if you look on whatever it's streaming on, it doesn't even show that it's a new show. It shows that it's like the whatever season.
Yeah.
So like they don't.
We're not
even,
claiming it as a new show.
Yeah, we're not claiming it as a reboot. This is like the new ending now. But no, Aaron's right. Like that one season ends. Well, you even get a montage at the end of it.
It's beautiful. It is absolutely like a master class in how you bring a series, a long-running series with an incredible cast, an incredible story that you've told. You bring it to a close and you walk away, and it's fine. And then you get greedy, and I don't think it was the actors. I think it was the ABC or whoever was producing it was like, we're gonna make more, and then people were like, what is this and what have you done? So my worry is with this whole reboot, it's like it's a sequel, obviously, or continuation. I'm just like, why are you trying?
God, how many
So
years
like, are they
later?
going to retcon the whole professor thing and go back to being regular doctors?
I don't know. This is the problem. We'll get back to our discussion here in a second, but this is the problem with movies and TV shows right now. It's all reboots. It's all redos. It's all not original ideas. We're not trying to make a new. And that's all. So here's the other thing: is that there's so much content out there that how do you have an original idea when everything's there was?
I'm not always mad at it though, because the idea of King of the Hill dealing with today's issues.
Well, I mean, yeah, when you when you get a show like when you're very particular about your reboot. And you're like, we're not just rebooting it for funsies. We're rebooting it to continue the story.
Yeah.
Because with King of the Hill, I don't think it had like a finale. Finale was just like it just ended.
The finale was everybody finally got together and they were grilling in Hank's backyard.
Yeah.
And Bobby got to use the grill and all the characters were there. That was the finale.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, if you're going to do a reboot, adapt it to the time and have them elevated into the struggles of the 2025, all that kind of stuff. That's great. That's what you should be doing. But
I don't know how to kick somebody over a Zoom call, but I'll sure figure it out.
I bet he would too.
So anyway, there's a lot. There was an interesting conversation. So Resident Alien, one of my and Vicky's favorite shows.
Yes.
Zoe's dad loves that show.
Everyone has told me to watch this. I will watch it. I promise.
I was
good.
talking to her about it yesterday.
But the bad news is that they learned at Comic-Con or wherever they were that the 4th season was their last season. They had been canceled.
At
What?
Comic-Con, they
Yeah.
found that out.
Yeah.
That's-
That's
Why
when
have they been canceled?
So here's the thing. I didn't realize this, but there was an interview with Alan and Tadayuk and his other actor, whatever, and that the Resident Alien is produced in the quote unquote old studio system where it's actually produced on terrestrial TV, or like so it comes out on their cable on the network. Week by week episode, like it's not on a streaming service, and so the issue is that not a lot of people are watching on terrestrial TV. They're all watching on streaming services, or watching on their phones, stuff like that. So the money wasn't there anymore because the ads weren't selling as well because there's not enough eyes on terrestrial TV or cable TV to validate the ad spend that these companies would be doing to support the shows and keep them running. And while I they were kind of talking about it on this interview, and I was like, in my head, I'm like, wait, I'm sorry, you created a show that only went until it's on Netflix now. Like
I was about to say.
but because they've signed deals
Okay.
to get it to syndicate there. But my brain, I'm like, look, this is like for 4 years ago. So in 2021, you thought that your greatest, like the best idea for a show to be successful was to put it on terrestrial, like weekly television, cable television, and then you wonder and get upset because the money isn't there anymore. This is not 10 years ago when we didn't have everyone had it. Like people, not everybody had, but like this is like 4 years ago. We all had phones. Everybody had a phone in their hands. Like, what was your
COVID? I mean, perfect time.
Yeah, like what
to be on streaming? You know, like
so it kind of rang false to me. I was like, I get it. It's a great show, and I like it. And I love Alan Tudyk. He's the one great, and all the actors on the show. But it just kind of was like, I'm sorry, you don't get to like be upset about the lack of eyes when you know like this is not news. So I felt like kind of like, buddy, that's.
Well, why couldn't they just switch over to?
That's what I'm wondering. That's my question.
I don't know what the whole preventing is, but there might have, again, with production houses and how they sign their deals and all that, like it may have restricted them to only being able to produce it this way and that. But people have been making the case like they've been tagging Netflix in the announcements like, hey, Netflix, pick this show up.
Well, I was about to say, can Netflix just pick it up and start?
Well, because what Netflix will do is they'll take it for a season, they'll cancel it because Netflix is mercurial like that, and they don't care about anything.
It makes me mad because I usually like the show too, and I'm like, great, cool.
Well, and this is. We'll get back on topic in a second, audience. If you're wondering where the heck we are right now, this is
off the rails.
We've gone. The rabbit trail has turned into a mule trail. We'll turn
Or
into a horse trail here in a
like you-
second. We'll get back
moose-
on
Moose Trail.
No, yeah, it's a moose trail now. The moose is loose. So.
Full of juice. Sorry, we sang that Girl Scout camp. Okay.
Okay, we're back on. We've got so much content and so much streaming services that are the issue is that people aren't willing to pay for cable and a streaming service, so they're going to sign on for all these streaming services. They're not going to sign up for cable anymore.
I'm like, who has cable?
I don't. We don't.
Like, I don't know anyone that has cable.
We have fiber at the house, and we just do like streaming services and YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like
yeah. Sorry,
Go ahead.
Didn't mean to interrupt, but Zoe and I were on like we were on a trip.
Yeah.
To Wisconsin, a few states away.
Yeah.
And we had to stay at a hotel like for like a week basically, and having the actual live TV was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why do these hotels have it where like you can't even sign into your Netflix?
Yep.
Like you have to bring your own
device and do
yeah. And so like I'm streaming through and like I have not seen a TV guide in so long.
Yep.
I'm like looking at it. I'm like, man, we really used to do this. Like,
We really used to do this.
Yeah, we did.
We did. We did.
But it's amusing and amazing, and it's mind-boggling that these folks who have been in, like Alan Tudyk is not. He's been in movies and TVs for years. This is not new. Like. You don't get to have this moment of like, oh well, we just aren't making money. It's like, yeah, but why? This is not like no, and I think that's people are upset because like they have all these streaming services up their prices and you have to pay all this money, and it's like, pick a lane, entertainment.
what I've been saying all week. Pick a lane.
Yeah, pick a lane. Either give us all, either cut all our cords, give us access to fiber, and let's just do streaming, and we'll be able to pick and choose.
I feel like we could do a whole episode complaining about streaming services.
Oh my gosh, it could.
Just a general like.
We have talked about it before.
Wasn't Max HBO Max, right?
Yeah, and then it changed.
Wasn't it always HBO Max like originally?
No, it was HBO, and then they went to Max, and then a year later they went back to HBO Max. It's the same thing with Discovery and whoever else they're partnered with. They were one company, and now they're splitting back up again, and it's just like, yo,
We need one streaming.
yeah.
Just one.
And don't get me on South Park.
Oh boy.
Like South Park, like it's like Max gets the specials.
Yeah.
And Paramount gets the
episodes?
the actual episodes or something like that. Or maybe I got it reversed, or
Yeah.
I don't know.
So now they're
Paramount
doing
just
weird
bought
stuff
out
like
South
that?
Park for like over $1 billion.
Good lord.
I just had to get used to them selling back and forth, but now they're splitting them.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Welcome to the universe of streaming stupidity. So if you're out there and you're listening and you're wondering and you're nodding along,
Or nodding
Or you're
off.
like
or
him
nodding
and
off, we'll get back to Uptown Girls. But it's something that has got to get sorted out because people will pirate, and we do not support that at all on this podcast. But that's what a lot of people happens is they see these things and they go, okay, cool, bye, deuces, and go do some illegal things, which you should not do. All right, back to Uptown Girls. All right, what's next? Where are we at?
She's at a birthday party.
Oh man. She goes into the bathroom because all these girls are kind of talking to her about like, you need to start doing Botox and this and that, and she's
Oh, yeah.
literally
Oh
just
my
turning
gosh.
22.
Right.
So she's like
Oh, gosh,
looking in
and
the
old
mirror.
lady jump scare.
Yeah, that was scary, actually. Anyway, the little girl comes out, Ray. She has her own little soap, washing her
yeah.
hands.
She's
I
a
had to write down her
germaphobe.
lines because they're hilarious. You're a little average to be wearing a lampshade in your hair. Bright idea. But she's so cute.
I appreciate that joke.
Cute
She's
as
the
in I
f-
want to kick
Oh,
her.
she's Huey's boss's daughter, which is Molly's friend. I know that's very complicated.
Yeah.
And he's like babysitting her because this is the third nanny has been fired. She cannot keep a nanny.
Right.
Wonder why.
Wonder why.
Mom is Heather Locklear.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't like her though.
No.
Same.
In this movie.
No. She's terrible.
I was wondering, as a person or in the
No,
film?
just in this movie. Period.
Nah, as
Who
long
did
as-
you think it was? You were like, "Is that Elliot?" And I'm
Yeah,
like, "No,
I
it's
thought-
not Elliot."
I thought it was Elliot from Scrubs with like
the whole crew. The whole.
I was like, wait a minute. She's too old to be like in here and like no.
That's fantastic.
I can't even. And then oh god. I put guitar guy until we figured out his name, but
No,
Neil,
I immediately was like, that's Chase.
Neil
Let us
sings
Neil.
her a little song for her birthday, and she's falling in love.
Oh my gosh, this whole
yeah.
wild ride.
You know, I would say that like I wonder if they got someone else to sing for him, but I don't think so. That was terrible.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that
Was
bad.
that bad?
His first song that he sings is bad.
Well, and this is supposed to also be like his promotional, like trying to get that lady to sign him.
Roma.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Roma.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
I never picked up on her name because
No,
I'm
yeah.
like, I don't like you. But oh, and they're all telling her like, don't even try. Like he's
Yeah.
all about the music. He's
Yeah.
celibate.
Yeah.
Like he's
Yeah.
no.
For
Yeah.
her, it's like, oh, it's more exciting because he's hard to get. I'll get him.
Like literally jumps on him basically.
Yeah.
That I was like,
Yeah. This.
Okay.
So
So he's celibate and he's sober and he's telling her all these things and he just keeps looking at oh god, that scene made me so mad.
I just thought it was weird that he was all like, I've committed to celibacy and music. And I was like,
Well,
Who
so
does
the
that?
idea obviously behind it is so like it's interesting because it's probably drawing a parallel between obviously her dad was a guitar band guy who probably had his share of groupies and was probably not celibate in that department.
Probably.
And so what he represents is he represents the opposite where he's all about the music, he's all about the lyrics, he's all about the creativity. He is dedicated to his art, whereas her dad was probably, not so much
sorry,
dedicated.
I'm not gonna get ahead of myself because he really makes me mad towards the end.
yeah.
I'm sorry, but in the background, Ray's going, with 8 hours, my immune system's gonna crash. Let's go. Let's go. She's like my spirit animal.
I think she's absolutely my favorite part of this movie because she doesn't hold back.
Well, and she cuts through all the BS
Yeah.
that everyone else is like
Yeah.
clinging to or whatever. And
Well, and you look at what we know of her, what we find out about her life later. Like she has to be, she has to cut
Yeah.
through it because that's the only control she has. And so she's gotten to the point where she'll control the nannies, and the nannies burn out because she is running them into the ground because she's trying to control what piece of her life she can.
She
because,
has to parent herself.
yes,
Literally.
yeah, because mom is a horrible, horrible person.
And we'll find out about dad later.
Yeah, which that's a point. That one hits.
yes.
Hits hard. Okay, so
She takes him back to her place, and that's when he's like finding out that she's Tommy Gunn's daughter,
yeah,
and
and
she
look-
does the little trick with the guitar.
yeah,
But then she tries to turn the lights on, and the lights aren't coming on. So she's like, "I'll be right back," and she like puts all the candles out
Yeah,
everywhere
yeah.
to make it like romantic. But in my head, I'm like, "Why aren't your lights turning on?"
Ugh, not good.
That's not a good sign. You're rich, right? Like you live in this huge.
right, penthouse.
Yeah.
Plot hole.
What do you mean plot hole?
Plot hole. Plot hole. Plot hole. Wee woo.
Okay.
No power on, right?
Right.
So he stays the night,
Oh yeah, that's right.
and somehow they're watching Looney Tunes.
That's a good point.
Yeah, plot hole.
Wee woo. Also, this is also the scene where Brittany Murphy just made me mad, man. He's like, I'm sober, I'm celibate, and she's just like, Pez. Like, get the candy Pez.
Yeah.
And she's just like, yep, Pez. Like, she's not listening to a word he's saying. He's like, my music means so much to me. And she's just like, yeah, whatever. Kiss me. Shut up.
Yeah,
Like, I'm like, girl.
she's not likable.
Girl.
She's absolutely
No, I told Zoe, like, if you change the color filter to,
Yeah.
like, lower the saturation, get
Yeah.
rid of all the color,
Yeah.
put on a little spooky da-na-na-na-na, she's going to murder that man.
We'd be talking about a whole nother
Like,
genre.
she's stalkery. She's, oh, God. And she does those eyeballs so well.
Yes.
Like, there was one moment she's, like, standing in front of him, looking up at him, and her eyes are so big, and I'm like, okay, she's going to stab him in the throat.
There's a challenge for us. We should work on a speculative script for Uptown Girls. The
It
horror.
wouldn't have been hard. Like I said, just take the saturation out and change the soundtrack.
Here's that. She was rich and knew how to get away with murder.
Literally.
Brittany Murphy is
I feel like we were just trolling Zoe at this
Where
point,
do
and
you
I feel like
think
I
she
should
got
just
the
end it.
Uptown murder
Okay,
girl.
I'm the only one that took
Leave
the plot,
Zoe
though.
alone.
the Uptown murder girl.
Well, you totally skipped over the part that also made you mad. That's very important to the story.
What?
So he wants to see the guitar collection.
Yeah.
He goes in there, finds it himself, which I also thought was weird. But then he starts singing the song that her
yeah.
dad
Oh,
wrote
yeah,
about her
yeah.
right before they died, and she's like, "No, like, don't
Yeah.
do that."
So that
Not that
doesn't make
one.
me mad at that point.
Later,
It
I
makes
know.
me mad later
Yeah.
on. Because it's been established, do not sing me that song.
Right.
Because she obviously still hasn't processed her parents' death at all, and
Yeah.
she's 22.
Right. I do like that moment. I do like that moment where we find out she does have some kryptonite.
Yeah.
Where she does have some pieces and parts of her that are not fully healed, and it's an immediate button push because she immediately goes, no, and I don't think he understands really at all what's going on. He's just
Which
like,
is
okay.
crazy because that's like totally different from how she's been acting.
Yeah.
All like, "Oh, I'm in love with you."
But
and
he's also been on a roller coaster with this girl for the last 12 hours.
I mean,
So she's just like, okay,
He makes it seem like it's been years, though.
yeah,
Like, he's like, I gotta go.
Right.
Like, there's life outside.
yeah.
I can't just stay in here. With
I
you.
know. I
but
thought
that's
it'd been a couple days the way he talked about it.
but it was crazy too because she's in there on the phone with her best friend, like, "He's got to get out of here. He's driving me crazy."
Wee woo, plot hole. Now they're on the phone.
Well, actually, so phones are not dependent. Landlines are not dependent on power.
It's been so long, I don't remember.
It's so
I think I had this
Fair.
conversation with Vicki when we originally were watching it, and she's like, "Wait, why is that?" I'm like, "Here's the thing, phone lines are on a completely separate system."
That makes sense when her friend comes over and she's like she knows the power
You
is
have
out. but she
98
goes-
messages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She goes, yeah. How's the message?
Well,
machine?
that one's not. Yeah, the machines don't have batteries. They're plugged into power. That's another plot hole. Wee woo, as they say, as Phil says. Okay, so he eventually leaves and gets out of there.
Yeah, he's
But then she gets upset when
Right.
it's his choice to leave.
Right.
And I'm just like, bro, can
Right.
we? Oh, pick
Yeah.
a lane, dude. Like,
Yeah, she doesn't. She's like, oh, I'm so glad he's left. But her friend's like, yeah, you wanted him to leave, didn't you? And she's like, yeah. Like, oh,
I will say him like asking for his clothes and everything was kind of funny.
yeah.
He's like, I need that back. And she's like, what are you talking about? He's like, you're wearing it.
Yeah.
we also skipped something else. So he's literally writing a song there, like starting a
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
It makes me mad later. Because she's like, well, have you thought of like a hook or a chorus?
Yeah,
Because
and
it
he
sounds like
totally
the same
ignores
thing
her.
over and over.
Yeah, he's like, I don't do that.
He's like, I don't do hooks. And I'm
Excuse
like,
you?
okay.
You
But
don't do
he
good
does
songs either.
later.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. I only brought that up because it does come up again.
It's important, yeah.
Because you guys are skipping. I was right, 98 messages. I wrote it down.
It's a lot of messages.
Oh, and then she's like, should I call him? When she's like trying to help her pay like all her bills
Right.
and like.
Right.
So yeah, her lights are off, her gas is off.
Yeah.
So they got to figure out where's the accountant that's Bob, who's been like paying all your stuff.
Right.
Comes to find out Bob took all the money.
Yeah, took the money and ran. So this is the Mandela effect. My memory of this movie trailer was that her daddy cut her off.
Oh,
And that may have been that's probably another entirely different movie. But in my brain, I was like, oh well, yeah, daddy got mad. She cut her off. Said you don't have access anymore. You're done. And that made me have a combination of Uptown Girls and then Just Married, where dad was the money, whatever. You know.
True.
So, but yeah, I was like, oh, that's the part of the story I forgot about. That the thieving guy.
when he took so much that it would take her years to get the residuals back
Yeah.
to where it was
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And he did it from several people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is
Good old Bob.
yeah, good old Bob took him to cleaners, literally and metaphorically. Okay, so now she's got no money. She got to get a job.
Yeah, he's like, years before you see a dime.
Yeah.
Oh, so then her best friend Ingrid, this girl is.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, she's all over the place.
She takes her to like some department store to get a job, like gives a good word for her or whatever. And here she is still freaking out about Neo trying to buy him Egyptian cotton sheets that are like $2,000
Right.
or whatever. And she has no money.
Right.
She's like, did I get an employee discount?
Yeah, 10%. She's like, I love it here. This is a great job. Like, this girl has never had a job in her life. I mean,
No.
they're really setting up to be. She's naive, like immature,
Yeah.
like
They're
gullible.
No,
Really?
on her references, she knows the Dalai Lama.
Oh, yeah.
That was
And,
cute.
and the
remember
contact info was like India or something.
Yeah.
And, and her friend goes, you can't just put a country as contact info.
I mean, to her it is.
Apparently.
So then she goes back to Neil.
Wait. Oh, yeah, to give him the sheets.
Yeah. And she ends up staying up all night with him and then passing out at work.
Yeah. So she ends up back at work.
Oh,
How
so-
she got? Okay, quick question. Was this a dream sequence?
I thought so, but no, because her friend said you stayed up all night with him and now you're in here passing out.
How? So here's a question, and I don't remember how I thought about this at the time, but how did she get into the store without like? She's not a key holder. She's not like a manager. She's just a person who's got hired the day before, and then somehow did she break in?
Well, to be fair, we don't know what time of day it is when they catch her sleeping.
Can
So
we
she could have
just
came
say,
in for
though,
her shift and then passed out.
can we just say, though, that, like, he was abruptly left her, had no plans of, like, talking to her again. She shows up with these sheets and is basically, like, fill them, and then they're doing whatever they're doing again.
I just love how she makes
all
it
it takes.
okay. Like
Apparently.
It's a really good pair of sheets.
we did skip over the part where she's like on her friend, like on the phone with a friend. Again, I don't know. Like Aaron said, Aaron saved that one. I'll give you that one. So you can be on your phone for now. So she's on her phone with a friend, and she's like, "I need to get rid of this guy." Blah 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 blah. And then he gets up. He's like, "I'm out of here." And she's like, "What?"
I love that too. I do love that.
God. Okay. And then she just goes full blown stalker crazy. Like.
But her comment when she gets called at work is so funny. She's like, I'll just live off of water and sunshine.
Yeah.
And I was
Like you're a
"Girl."
flower.
Yeah.
You have legs. You can't just. Okay.
And that's when her other friend Huey's like, I'm going to come through for you. Like, I got you a new job. And that's where she's going to be babysitting
Yeah.
Ray, the little girl.
Yeah.
Which, when they first meet, she's like, this isn't going to work out.
So this movie does a lot of things. Some things, I would say a lot of things well, but we'll compromise on it does some things well. I'm trying to compromise with Phil because he definitely does not like this movie, which is fine. You're allowed to have your opinion.
It's like you guys are taking turns. You know?
That's right. He's like beating the dead horse, and I'm resuscitating the dead horse. So we're just kind of, you know.
I would say I feel like there's one thing that could be like completely taken out of this, and it might be better.
Okay, hold that thought. So what I love about this movie is that it really plays archetypes really well against each other. So Dakota Fanning's character and Brittany Murphy's character are just absolutely opposites, and it's not like, oh, this is something that they'll get over in a day. This is going to be a knockdown, drag out street fight.
This is oil and water.
These two, you know, and you put some fire in that, and like you got to figure this out because they are. And the way that they play them and the way that they portray them, you go, this is a car crash. Yeah. There's going to be when's the gas tank going to explode? Because this is, oh God, the electricity line's falling from the top of the building and it's going to electrocute the scene. Oh God, like it just, but it's so brilliantly done that you're just like when I was watching it with Vicki, I was like, I got lost in the movie for a while.
Yeah.
Because I was just that involved in the story they were telling, and they were doing it so well, in my opinion.
I do like the scenes where it's Molly and Ray together. For the most part. I mean, Ray needs a spanking. And I don't know if you could put that in the episode.
Well, what I was going to say
Lord.
is like, technically they should be the opposite, right?
Yeah.
Like Molly should be acting like Ray, and Ray should be acting like Molly because of their age. And
well, and
that comes later, I feel like.
I think to veer into Counselor's Lane, that happens a lot of times when kids go through traumatic experiences and they have to grow up really quickly.
Yeah, she's still a child, basically, literally.
But to what you said earlier, she's having to be the parent. She's having to act maturely, but that's a mask. It's a facade. There's not really.
There is a great line referring to that later on. Molly is like getting into it with Roma, and she says something like, your daughter's 8, not 28. So next time you're showing respect to your daughter, respect her like an 8-year-old, you know, not a 28-year-old.
Yeah.
And
like you should be involved in your daughter's life.
Yeah.
Like she's a child.
She's a child.
Like she didn't even go to her like ballet recitals or.
Which I'm surprised that wasn't like commented on in the movie at all.
Yeah.
Like we see that. We know she's not there, but Ray never complains about her mom not being there.
I think
She's used to it.
because Ray just is used
Molly
to it.
doesn't mention like her mom not being there. Well, I guess she kind of does.
Yeah, because she shows up the next day to take her out on her day off because she feels bad that her mom wasn't there.
Yeah. So I think that the Dakota Fanning's character, she's gotten so used to it that there's nothing new under the sun. And think about that for a second. An 8-year-old has accepted her fate and her mother's lack of attention, lack of just absolute absence in her life. That she firmly believes nothing's going to change. That's how bad it is in her dynamic, which is wild to me.
And it's a scary place for like a 3rd grader.
Oh, yeah. And it was sad. I mean, because we've all seen kids where they're like looking, you know. Yeah. Like that part just breaks my heart when she's like looking for her mom and she's not there. And
yeah.
So to kind of get back to where we were.
Yes.
Yeah.
Molly goes into like Ray's room and she's like totally surprised, like, it's so organized. Right. And like you would think that was like, you know, their house help or the parents that did that. But nope, that's Ray. That's Ray's organization there.
That's her control.
And Molly goes to like play with her tea set. She's like, no, her Barbie dolls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she's
immediately
like,
no.
She's like, no, put that back. And as she puts it back, Ray's going over there to fix it, and Molly's already at the tea set.
Right.
Like biting into the plastics.
It literally is the opposite. It's like me in my classroom, and like the kids are like, "Be careful! I didn't tell you to touch that." Yeah. It's the opposite.
Literally.
I love Ray's reaction when she starts when Molly starts playing with the tea set. She's like, "Oh my God!" Like, do not.
No, my favorite is when Molly's drinking fruit punch, and she goes, "Fruit punch? Why don't you just drink cyanide?" I'm like, girl.
Yeah, I remember that.
Someone's into the red dye thing real before it was even a thing.
Literally.
Like I'm watching this movie like with the red dye thing, and then her with her individual soap, and I'm like, man, like. They're not bad ideas.
Right. She was COVID before there was COVID.
Honestly.
Which this movie was what?
Oh, because she's like taking her medicine and she like has her bottle of water and she's got like the little thing around her finger like cleaning the lip of the water bottle before she drinks it.
Yeah.
Again, that control she has. That's how.
She's probably OCD a little.
Well,
Yeah,
probably
for sure.
because of the dynamic of how she's grown up is that that has naturally been developed. So, okay.
We do have a little. Molly just asks like, "Who is this guy?"
And we don't get an answer.
She just says it's nobody.
Oh, the guy in their house that's clearly on life support.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I think we kind of go, that might be Dad.
Yeah, or somebody like in the family.
Why is that the thing? But it also like the compartmentalization from Dakota Fanning's character of how that's nobody. That's her father. That's her dad, and she's closing it off. Yes.
Sorry.
Zoe.
So this goes back to where we were with the tea set.
Okay.
So she starts like sanitizing the fake scone, which I just think is hilarious.
To the point she sprays it so much that you see it dripping off.
And then Molly goes, "Kid, you ever been to a shrink?" And she's like, "Since I was 3." And I was like, 3? Oh my God.
I literally said it ain't working.
So what I love about this movie is when whoever wrote this thing, whoever the various writers that were in charge of that, they were awesome. They did a heck of a job.
I feel like they gave Ray like all the good lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and you gotta like with how Dakota Fanning is just acting.
Yeah.
She is acting like she's doing a great job. Her ability to deliver those lines is exceptional. I don't think you'd find a lot of child actors that'd be able to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I think like one of the major like points to this movie and the writers too were like, it would be funny, child adult.
Child adult.
Adult is child.
Yeah.
Child is adult.
Yeah.
And they're like,
An adult is child.
Eureka, let's run with it.
Yeah.
And that's what we got.
Exactly. All right, what happens next?
So just reminding you, this is her first day.
Yeah.
So they're washing the dishes, which they're fighting over because Molly's like, "Shouldn't the maid be doing this or someone else in your house?"
The pretentiousness is just.
But then they start fighting over the plate,
Yeah.
and then it breaks.
I saw that coming.
Yes, obviously. And then she's like, "You need to clean it up." And she's like, "No." And she's like, "You're employed by me." And she's like, "I'm employed by your mom."
Right.
And then she's like, "Do you see her anywhere?"
Ooh.
I love that part.
Yeah.
Because she goes off on her like, "Nope, I'm the boss."
And you're not going to.
Yeah. And that's actually been coming back on TikTok as a trend. Like a lot of people are doing that. So.
Talking about their absent parents.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Newsflash, you're not gonna. Yeah. And then that's funny because Molly's like, "Well, I quit," and she like slams the swinging door, and then
And then she does swinging door.
Okay, so that was one of the scenes I definitely remember
from the
that
trailer.
scene.
Yeah.
So it was the trailer?
Yeah, it was. Swinging door. It's
They must have really did something with this trailer for me to
remember that much.
Yeah.
Well, that moment I loved. I could watch that moment a couple of times.
Yes.
Just because it's so the way again. These two actors are like they're legit, but it's so cool because it's like it's paced perfectly. It's like a punchline.
Yeah.
Because you're like she goes I quit, and then it opens and she's a swinging door, and you're like what? Boom! Ah! The payoff just comes perfectly.
And we're after watching Just Married, we know that Brittany Murphy is amazing at
Physical comedy.
just physical comedy
Yeah.
and just getting concussions.
Right.
Yeah, no casket kick. Yeah.
She has no problem with it.
So she's concussed, trying to go home, and she sees that her little, which we didn't mention before, but her little pig pet
Oh yeah,
is
Moo.
outside, and she is locked out of her apartment.
Yep.
So she hasn't been paying rent. Well, she didn't know this, but she hadn't been paying rent for a long time.
Yep. So they let her go in and grab certain things. She moves in with Ingrid.
Worst decision.
Oh my
ever.
god. this like it
Ingrid
just,
needs therapy too.
And I feel like that lady always
Yes.
plays the same character. Like she's always like that.
Yeah.
And ugh. Anyways.
She does it really well.
Yeah, she does do it very well.
I love how like her and her friends try to let Molly make cookies.
All you have to do is put it in the oven and time it.
And then does it cut to a fire next?
Yep.
Fire. Which then Neil's jacket catches on fire that she's been
That's right.
hanging on to.
And then he asks for it back.
Well, and see what was sad is actually she went to Neil's first, and he just completely blew her off.
Yeah.
And then she went to Ingrid's. But
Yeah. Well, yeah, that part also, like, I felt bad about the jacket, but I also didn't feel bad because I'm like, dude, she came to you for help, and she's crazy, but at least you could have tried.
You could have tried.
Right, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, this whole time, up till this point, he's still telling her, like, no, go away from me.
Yeah,
like,
it's true.
I'm tired
But
of
he
you.
gives in every time.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, she's probably confused, like, well, you keep giving in, so, like,
It's them eyeballs, man. She's going to kill him.
the eyeballs, man. Oh, and then Ingrid's telling her that she can't keep all of her stuff. She has to downsize, and she's going to have to pay half the rent.
Yep.
Just understandable.
That garage sale moments, those moments where she's like,
Oh.
no.
Oh god.
No, you can't have that. And she's like, $20. Sold. I'm like, ah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, she had a golf club from Tiger, like, that he used.
I mean,
and-
maybe what was eBay a thing then? Because that could have been a thing.
It would have been, like, very early.
Yeah.
Really,
Because what was this, like early 2000s? Okay.
Yeah. There were still landlines around. There you go.
Oh, this is great. So she goes to get her job back. So she goes to pick up Ray from ballet to ask, like,
Yeah.
or apologize or
Yeah.
whatever. This is the line I say all the time. Act your age, not your shoe size.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
I missed that line.
Yeah.
So
But
great.
she
And it was
forgives her.
okay.
So.
It was Ray who says that. You got to make sure that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Act your age, not your shoe size. Yeah.
She,
trying to
she
tell my
loves to be
students
like, I
about
don't
that.
see any adults around here.
Oh, and this is just important. So as she's picking her up from ballet, the teacher allows them to do like a freestyle at the end where they can just do
Yeah.
whatever. And Ray doesn't want to do that at all because she's very like disciplined
yeah.
and controolled. Whereas like Molly's like, well, that would be the most fun like
Yeah.
part of the whole time.
Yeah.
And she
Yeah.
calls them, she refers to the people who do it. I forget what she says, but it sounds like slurs. She's like, they're all degenerate, something, like.
Yeah, she
Like,
does
dang,
kind of
girl.
pop off a little bit there.
Yeah, she again, it's that control factor. She doesn't want to
Yeah.
let loose because that means that then she have to feel, and feeling for Dakota Fanning's character, she doesn't want to feel
Yeah.
because she subconsciously or consciously knows that if she starts to feel, she's going to start to feel like it's going to start to hurt, and she's going to start to actually have to like deal with those emotions and experience those emotions. Which, what's the counseling word for that when you are masking your emotions or I guess it's masking.
Yeah, masking.
Compartmentalizing, perhaps even. So there you go. There's their fancy counselor words for the day.
Is this where they go to Coney?
No,
first
hold on. Just
Yeah,
chill.
we haven't gotten
breathe,
there
man.
yet.
Okay, so they're walking through the park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is because apparently Ray likes to flip her off like all the time.
All the time.
So she does that again, and Molly like grabs her hand, and she's like, "You're hurting me." And she's like, "Well, you hurt me. Like, apologize." And so she does, and then she's like, "I'm glad, or I wouldn't have given you your surprise." Which she gives her pig,
Yeah.
which is not Ray's vibe. She's like,
No.
"I think I'm allergic to," and she's like cleaning herself. Like,
And she's like fake throwing up.
yeah, that's what.
It's an animal.
Well, so what I love about that is that it's a really that few seconds where she's gripping her hand and she's like, "You're hurting me,"
Yeah.
and then she says, "Well, you hurt me,"
Yeah.
and it's the very early on. It's one of the very few real moments between those two where they're
Yeah.
telling each other exactly how they feel. Where for most of this movie, Dakota Fanning's character is masking it. She's compartmentalizing it. She's not saying what she's truly feeling, and Brittany Murphy's character, she kind of just says how she's feeling, but
Yeah.
she's not honest about
She doesn't go deep.
Yeah.
about the hurt that's been caused because she's got hurt that her father caused her and her family caused her that she's not dealing with, and so that moment is kind of like a 3-second like, ooh, we got close to the bone, and then we're back.
And we're back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're back.
We're on our way, but we're not close enough yet.
This is also where she brings up that Molly had asked the nurse or whatever about who that person was, and so we figure out that it's her dad.
Yeah.
And she's just like, he's a vegetable. Like,
Yeah.
there's no reason for me to like
Yeah.
go talk to him or
Yeah.
do anything.
And Molly says that, you probably can go talk to him.
Yeah.
And is this like she does go talk to him?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We're
but-
getting
That's
there.
later.
And that one, when that
Oh yeah, we'll get there.
Because we don't see a word she says to him or anything. She just
But this
walks.
is
That was such a creepy shot of her walking down the hallway
Yeah.
with all the lights off, and then she like turns to face the room, and
Yeah.
the light coming out of the room, and she just walks in, and
Yeah.
you don't see anything else
Yeah.
until the next day.
It's really sad what she says, because she's like, he's a vegetable now, soon he'll be nothing, and it's a harsh world. Like, that's
Yeah.
just what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Where Molly, even though she's been through her own trauma, she usually sees like the bright side, I feel like, of
Right.
everything.
Yeah.
So that's like a different contrasting.
She's an irrepressible optimist.
Yeah.
She's just optimistic about everything. Zoe is helping us with her notes.
Sorry.
It's okay.
And then going back to Neil, calling him like, I know you're so worried about me. I'm in transition right now. You can't get a hold of me where you used to.
In transition.
And it's like, he probably really doesn't care.
Right. He
I mean, he does reach
Oh.
out, but like eventually.
I think this is, for Brittany Murphy's character, this is where she's like, okay, I felt something with this man, like what I think of as love. And for whatever reason, he did give back. Like he did give in, and he
Yeah.
did and so for her, that's permission. Like, oh, we are something because I wore you down after all of my
Literally.
And so her in her world, in her relational dynamics, if people eventually you have to imagine all those friends that she's made, she's either because of the money she had or she just wore them all down. That seems like a way that she does things.
Yeah.
So for her, he's probably the first boy who hasn't either been all head over heels for her or has just abandoned her and walked away. And so that little bit of light of oh, it's possible. It's kind of like in what is it, Dumb and Dumber? So you're saying there's a chance.
No, we're not.
But she keeps thinking
I
there's a
know.
chance. And we'll get to the end of it because
Yeah.
feelings.
And we already went over the fire situation.
Right.
There's a lot of little. This is like a fast-paced time.
Montage kind
So
of stuff.
I like the one where Ray and a girl are fighting.
Yeah.
And Molly's breaking up. She's like, "Why are you doing this?" And she's like, "Well, her nanny called you a
Bad word.
bad word."
Yeah.
And then she goes and fights the other nanny.
I love it so
I thought
much.
that was so
Yeah,
cute,
even.
actually. And then Neil finally calls, and this is where I start getting very angry at him.
Okay, walk us through your anger. Okay. Because I'm probably going to share it with you.
Well, pretty much he's calling to be like, "Hey, I signed my record deal. You want to
Yeah.
hear this song?" And he takes the same song he was singing to her that first night they met.
Yeah.
And he made a hook off the stupid Egyptian cotton sheets.
What is it? How does it go? It goes like Egyptian cotton.
She's an something.
Sheets of Egyptian cotton. Na 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 na.
I remember just being like, and that's pop music in 2025.
I'm like, so you wrote a hook, huh?
Yeah.
And you used the sheets
Yeah.
that she brought you.
Right.
Oh my gosh. It
I don't
gets
know,
worse.
for me, I saw that as oh, you did listen after all. But then as it gets
I don't
further,
like
I'm not
you.
a fan. I don't
Well,
either
that's-
further in.
That's when Molly's excited and she gives him the jacket, right?
Oh, and he's angry because she
Yeah.
has fixed this jacket.
Right. In ways
A
that
quote unquote
fixed.
And she made the best of her own mess.
I mean, okay, so to be fair, all throughout this movie, it's not shown in our face
Yeah.
with a big spotlight on it, but she's constantly making clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She makes the jacket. She makes
all of her dresses.
all of her
and-
her dresses. She makes in the future she makes a tutu for Ray.
Yeah.
And so I like what they do with that later on.
yeah.
It becomes a big deal later on when throughout the movie it's just like a little subtle thing.
Well, and then he breaks up with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the jacket.
So so you're telling me you got a record deal because of me, in a way,
Yeah.
because I told you to write the hook,
Right.
and
And
you
you
made
used
the hook
Egyptian
about
cotton.
me.
Right. Right.
Like,
And now you're breaking
And
up.
now you're breaking up with me.
I mean, he's not, like you said, you hate him, I hate him. He's not.
It gets worse.
It
does get worse.
It always does.
Just like, dude. Anyway, so I guess Ray, to cheer up Molly, is they're having a tea party.
Yeah.
And she's buttering the scone.
I love this scene because
Why are you buttering my plastic scone?
And then she's like, "Well, we have real food anyway. Why do you have fake food?" Because they are eating real food, and then it's why would you have the fake scones
Right.
up there? I don't know. Them and the scones, it's just
I do love that Ray was they actually did have tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't just imaginary, like.
Yeah.
But then Ray compares Molly to the pig. Moo, I think he's called like Moo or something.
Yeah, Moo, which is Vietnamese or whatever. Where did she say?
It was
Oh,
going to be
that's
her
right.
dinner, but she saved it.
Yeah. Would have been Mushu. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, dude.
Okay.
Anyway, it just gets worse for Molly. I mean, she just gets hit back to back. So then Ingrid kicks her out because she's not hanging out with her enough.
Right.
And she's like, dude, we're both adults. I pay you half the rent. Like, don't have to spend all my time with
Right.
you.
Well, I think because Ingrid probably had an expectation because you like in those montages with how she interact, like there was always like Ingrid always had people over,
Something to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had hobbies.
Right.
Well, she told her that when she first moved in. She's
Yeah.
like, Wednesday night we have this, and Monday night we do that.
Right.
And it's kind of like, wow.
Yeah.
Ingrid's got a job that lets her do that, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, Brittany Murphy's character does not.
Yeah, she's like, I'm actually like having to go
Right.
work all the time.
I
when
gotta
have
go
free
deal with a
time.
brat all day.
Right.
Yeah, I want to go have some fun.
So she kicks her out.
And then we already talked about this too, but Ray's at her recital, Mom's not there.
Yeah.
But Molly runs into her mom at a they're at the same party.
Yeah.
And she's like, wait, isn't it her recital? Like, do you want me to go and like be there for her? And she's like,
Wait,
no,
no, I
she's
sent a
fine.
car.
I sent a car. And I'm like,
And that was
Like
heartbreaking.
to pick her up. Like,
Yeah.
Oh God, it was so sad. Like, okay, so what do you think? So when she's dancing and like at the end where she's doing her little pose and she's like
Yeah.
kind of looking across the crowd, who do you think she was looking for?
Her mom.
Her mom or Molly? I thought she was looking for
no,
Molly.
because she's not mad at Molly the next day.
Yeah, because Molly didn't say she was going to be there.
Yeah.
That
it's a
comes
day
later.
off. Yeah.
That comes
Gotcha.
later. But yeah, so that was, and I think probably we talk about Dakota Fanning's character. She probably had just like always. This is always something that happens. Is she always thinks maybe Mom will show up this time.
Yeah.
Maybe she will. And any kid can identify with that. If you're at a game, you're at a performance, whatever, and you're looking and you're like, okay, they haven't made it the last 15 times, but maybe tonight, maybe this is the night that they finally accept that I'm more important than whatever they're doing. Like, yeah, like, okay, yeah, but I think it speaks to her as she keeps hoping. She's not completely lost.
Yeah,
She's
totally.
not completely closed off. She's not giving up on the possibility that her mom will show up. She hasn't closed herself off from her mom like she closed herself off from her dad. But if you had to figure if the story continued without her, with that, like, it would be harder.
For sure.
But that's what I think she's looking for. To your point, Phil, I think she's looking for Mom because she still has that hope of like, yeah, maybe my mom
Maybe
will
she'll
be
be
here.
there.
Maybe
Yeah.
she'll be here.
Well, and I even almost think she's faking sick for her mom to care almost. Because technically that's Molly's day off, so she shouldn't even be there anyway, and she comes
Yeah.
out of nowhere to go to Coney Island. Now we're there.
Yeah, now we're the Coney Island, and that so there's a I think it's either Munchausen's or whatever where you kind of, or hypochondriac I think is probably more accurate, because Munchausen's is where a relative will make the kid sick or
Yeah.
project the sickness onto the kid, but hypochondrial is probably
thinks
what
everything
is killing her. Everything's out to get her. She's gonna die. Everything's gonna just awful.
I mean, it is a cute scene with the little thermometer and her little ice pack on her,
Yeah.
on her head. But yeah.
and then they go to she takes
Coney
her,
Island.
and it's not in session or not in season.
that was so sad.
Well, it is so sad because I think she finally got excited.
Yeah,
Like, she ate the hot dog. Big deal.
yeah.
She's alive, everyone.
I do like that moment because there is that like the de-thawing of their relationship. It's slowly but surely happening. Like, you
Yeah.
can see there's a little bit of give and take between them, and they're starting to kind of like each other a little bit.
Well, and this is where they finally go deeper, and Molly finally tells her, like, her Coney Island story of, like,
Yeah.
when her parents,
Yeah,
she found out her parents were dead. That's where she went and spun in the teacup forever.
yeah.
So, yeah, that's where they kind of get a little bit. And that's when she finally goes to talk to her dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so to your point
the
about the
scene.
stylistic where she walks, I think it's meant to convey, without too much of like overwhelming imagery or whatever, that this is something new for her, that she's going into the unknown.
Yeah.
That her acceptance that she needs to say something to her father is, I'm going into the unknown. I'm going into the place I don't want to go.
Yeah,
And
it's
so I think
hard.
that's the idea between the lights and how she just vanishes into it, because it's hard.
Yeah.
It's not an easy scene to watch. But I think it's done well enough that everyone who watches that scene, for the most part, will feel something and go, "Ooh, that hurts," because then within 12 hours
He dies.
he's gone.
So this one,
So she gets like really mad at Molly.
Yeah.
And we didn't say why, but it was because Molly told Ray, like,
Go talk
if you
to
go talk to him, they live 10 times longer.
Yeah.
So I was talking to Aaron about this. Like, I have had 3 grandparents who've died of strokes, and they were in a coma for a little bit of time. And with 2 of them, I actually got to visit with them and talk to them before they passed. And with those 2, it was almost like they were waiting for the cousins to arrive. And so when she said that, I was like, so at the timing, I was like, I wonder if he was like waiting for her, just holding on for that one last thing.
So it makes Ray angry with Molly.
I mean,
And she
She shouldn't have
fires her
said that.
again, right?
Yeah.
For like
for the millionth time. But this is when she pops off on her mom, and I like,
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm like,
Yep.
heck yeah, you're growing up, Molly. You're growing up, because I don't think the Molly at the beginning would have said the same thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if I wrote that down. Sorry, you guys are going fast. Something about contaminated water. I don't know where that came from.
Oh, she ended up in the pond. How did she end up in the pond?
Oh, she literally just stands and falls over, and then it's not even that deep, so she's like standing up.
Like,
And
Okay,
they're like,
so-
it's contaminated. Get out, get out.
Too
So
late.
a lot of people will look at this scene and it's like, oh, she's like gonna like off herself or whatever. But if you pay close attention, no, that's not what she's doing. She's just having a little moment to herself because she takes her shoes off first.
Yeah.
If you were going to go there to end yourself, you're
Right.
not going to remove
Yeah,
your shoes.
yeah.
She did that, and then she falls in, and it's only like waist deep or whatever. And then like this old lady's like, "You're swimming around in sewage. You gotta get out of there.
Oh, and then she has like
or I'm
the
gonna
shoes
call
in
the
her arm.
police."
It's like, lady, let me have my moment.
Yeah, that was
That was a little funny, I will admit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
And then I feel everything happens really fast.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
This movie picks up speed very quickly.
because then everything like almost starts looking up for her.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone, like all these famous people, are like asking her about the jacket. Like, I want you
Yeah.
to make me one.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
da,
yeah.
da, da,
Oh,
da,
you
da.
forgot the video.
Yeah,
Oh, the music
stupid-
video.
So
where he's wearing the jacket.
Oh, cute even. Broke up with her
explains-
for it. Now it's okay.
Yep.
Yeah, this is where we're on the same team.
He explains to her like, "This isn't Neil. This is me."
Yeah, he was like, I made this.
Yeah, like this is not who Neil is. This like I produced this video. Like, blah blah blah.
Oh, and then that's kind of cute because he's like, you could stay with me forever, but she goes and gets her like own apartment.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah, it's a studio.
Yeah.
Studio.
It's the
apartment.
dining room and my bedroom. Yeah, that's
Huey did not like it.
So we're in New York, correct?
yes.
So many years ago, long, like 15, 20 years ago, I have a cousin, and she lived in New York, and I went up there for some reason, don't remember why. But it was similar for her.
Yeah.
Her bedroom, literally, and then there was the bathroom,
Yep.
and then there was the kitchen, and a little card table for her dining, and she had like electric oven, like little hot plates that she used. And she was like, "This is the life. This is how I have to live until I can hit the big time or whatever." I don't know what happened to her after that, but like it was just like this. That was New York. It was tiny living. You had to make your cuts, and it's
And all the stairs they had to walk up, and
yep, no elevators.
it's like forever.
That's like whenever I watch like those sitcoms, like How I Met Your Mother and the what's the one? Yeah, How I Met Your Mother is a perfectly fine one. But they're always like hanging out somewhere else.
Yep.
They're always like at a bar or
Yep.
something, and that's
Never at their house.
because
Their
like
houses are small,
yeah.
tiny little places.
That now in those shows that they have nice apartments and
Yes.
stuff, but
Yeah.
But
in reality they probably would just have
yeah, they go to a corner coffee shop or corner place where
hang
they just
out there
hang
all
out.
day.
Yeah, because their apartment is too small.
So we kind of like jumped around, but it kind of goes like the music video showing the apartment.
Yeah.
Then the pig just shows up, so she knows something's wrong, and that's when
Yeah.
her dad does die, and she's been fired, and she goes off on mom.
Yeah.
And then right after that, Neil. Oh, when did
Yeah, I was
that
wondering.
happen?
Yeah, good question.
We already skipped that part, but then he comes again. So Neil was hooking up with the record deal lady, aka Ray's mom. Hence why he got his record deal to begin with. So anyway, the second time she runs into him after she just gets fired, he's like, "Oh, my muse, like I can't write a song without you."
Oh no, and you about threw up in your mouth.
My God. I wanted to punch the screen.
He
so
literally walks
hard.
up and says, "My muse," and I'm like,
he did not just say that.
I really want to share some celebrity gossip right now.
Okay, tell me. I need to know.
Okay, so Jessica Simpson
Oh God.
dated
God.
John Mayer for a while, and he
Yeah.
said that to her.
Called her
Like his muse. And she was like, we're
I
done.
feel like that's not as flattering as guys
not.
think it is.
It's not flattering.
Well, it's
Because they kept going back and forth, and she's like,
Right.
maybe I should give him a second chance. And then she found that out, and she's like, are you serious?
yeah.
That's all I am to you.
Yeah.
Like,
Because
we're
what
done.
it does, it cheapens the dynamic. It suggests that and it suggests that I'm taking your ideas. You exist for me to take what you create and make it my own, and not give you the credit or give you so you're just a little Pez
Like,
dispenser.
I just,
by
I
you.
just need you
Literally.
from.
Ding, 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 out to bring in the Pez dispenser.
Yes.
Bring that full circle.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
Like Neil literally looks at her and is like, I haven't been able to write a new song. Like I need to yeah.
It sucks to be you. I'm not coming back.
Figure it out. Give me my jacket back, bro.
And she
Yeah.
she tells him like what did she say? Something about like, gosh, you're.
See, I didn't write it all down because I was so mad at
Oh,
him.
I know.
It was something along the lines
You're
of
literally in
like,
another woman's bed. Like,
it was something along the lines of like, when I need you, you're not there, but all of a sudden now you need me, and
Yeah.
I've moved on.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Well, and I think that's where we have a lot of Brittany Murphy's character's growth happens here.
yes.
Yes.
And it's I feel like it's pretty natural. Like she figures it out. We talk a lot about how people hit that wall repeatedly and they don't get it or they don't figure it out.
Right.
But finally that switch gets flipped, and it's just, and to swerve into counselor's lane again, it's a lot of times like you can tell somebody it over and over and over and over again and work through it and do the coping mechanisms and all that, but until that switch goes, and once that happens, then everything can just do. And it's brilliant when it happens, but getting to that point is just like,
Can we get there?
can we get there?
There's a saying for that. It's called "You can lead a horse to water."
But you can't make it drink.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
But I also feel in that moment she goes from being like codependent on him to being like totally independent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't need you at all anymore.
You should
I
learn
know
some
you need
good
me.
boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that scene in The Holiday, going back to a movie I love.
I love the holiday too.
With Kate Winslet and
Yeah.
Jasper.
Yeah.
And she's like, turn on the lights. I need to focus. You've never treated me right. She like slams the door in his face. It's great.
I love it.
Okay.
Well, and then it gets just sadder, but it's okay. And I feel like this, I don't know, this ending hits a lot to me. So but anyway, she has to sell her dad's guitars.
Yep.
But someone puts in a bid for $75,000 for the entire collection.
Right.
So we're like anonymous. So we're
Right.
like, who?
And we're kind of going, okay, who did this?
Yeah. There's the part before that I don't think you covered.
Oh, what?
That means a lot to me when they're looking for that little girl. They can't find her.
Oh, so Dakota Fanning goes missing.
Yeah.
She takes off. She runs off.
I'm like, I might have skipped an entire thing.
You were so mad.
I felt like that
I
was-
know.
Which is understandable, but this is one of my
But yeah,
favorite
that is
scenes.
the best part. I would agree.
So she goes missing,
Yeah.
and so Dakota Fanning's mom comes and says, "We don't know where she is."
I know I just fired you, but
Right. You
Dude,
you
we
might
need your help.
We need your help.
But she knew exactly where to look
yeah,
for her.
Yeah.
she do, and it was
The
at
teacups.
Teacups.
Yeah.
Coney Island.
And this moment,
This made me cry.
it is an absolute perfectly written, perfectly shot. Like you don't get a lot of these moments in a lot of modern movies where they just let the moment sit, where you have to sit in it with the characters and you have to go, there is so much processing, so much of, like, everything is happening right now. This is what we've been building towards. And I talk about this a lot in previous movies. This movie in this moment earns. It has built the framework. It has done the right things. It has not tried to overcorrect. It's not tried to blow it. It's not blown out of proportion. It has set us up for this moment to go, here you go. Boom. Earned.
Well,
I know it's going to sound like weird, but like I kind of like that they slap each other. Dakota's like raised like, you hurt me, pow, but no words are spoken.
Yeah.
But then she
And
starts
then
to cry.
Molly's the same way. She's like, well, you hurt me too, bow. And then Ray goes off like swinging on her, and Molly just stands there.
Well, and see, I love all
to the
of
point
that.
where to the point where like Ray can't swing anymore, and she just falls into a hug. We skipped. We either skipped over a part or we haven't gotten there yet, but like it's the part where Molly is like trauma dumping on this child, and she like falls asleep on her. Like in her
I
bed.
brought it up. I just didn't go. Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about-
yeah. Like
That's when she's talking about her parents, and that's how she processed that was going to the teacups and spinning until she threw up.
yeah.
So to me, that moment is almost like healing her inner child.
Yeah.
And then it's almost like for Ray, like looking up to what she can become almost or something. And that's why they're fighting, because it's like, okay,
Yeah.
well, are we healed?
So
are we not healed?
That also like what Aaron was saying, like how it earned the scene. Like when they're sitting in the teacup, like they're again, no words spoken.
Yeah.
They're just trying to make this thing spin as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And they're just looking at like the looks on their face are so serious. Like for like the activity they're doing anyway. Like it's they you can tell like they're releasing something inside of them.
Yeah.
And I do love. I pointed out like when Ray is throwing up, like she's literally throwing up beside the trash can. I'm like, girl, you're holding on to it. Like it's right there. Like just.
I can't even.
But I think again, so I was watching, so there's a guy on YouTube, he's called the Critical Drinker, and he talks about he's got a lot, he raises a heck of a lot of good points. But a video that I watched, I didn't get fully linked through, but it was, the title of it was Modern Movies Are Terrible Because They're Forgettable. And there's not a lot of moments in these modern films that are mass produced and whatever that you remember. I will never ever forget Uptown Girls, because that teacup metaphor that starts, that they open it up in the throughout the movie, it's revisited, and we end. Well, we don't end with it, but we get at the end, the kind of like a bookending piece of this movie. Is returning to that moment for both of them, and kind of what both of you kind of alluded to. It's like it's full circle, and the throwing, like she talked about how like that's how she processed, and so in a lot of ways, Dakota Fanning's character was like, well, then I'm going to try that. It's been modeling, like she heard it, she got it from her, and she's like, well, maybe this will help me.
And like they heal each other, and
Yeah.
that's what's like, yeah.
It's
They're amazing, like
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Like I
It
just
does-
wish there was more of them
Yeah.
throughout the entire.
And it just adds to it that like they look similar.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like like Ray looks like she's a little Molly.
Yeah.
And to what you were saying about movies being not being memorable.
Yeah.
Clearly, this movie, like I remember the trailer.
Yeah. It stuck with you.
And I may not have seen the movie. I may have, but I don't know. But I remember those trailer moments,
Yeah.
like the doors come,
Oh yeah, the swinging.
door, and
That definitely was in the
and
trailer.
news flash. Like
You're not gonna. And actually, the last teacup that we're just talking about, that has also become a trend on TikTok recently about
Really.
like you healing your inner child and
Oh,
like
okay.
yeah. So
This
it's-
movie.
this movie's coming back, I guess.
I mean,
some
it deserves to
capacities.
come back.
So yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so the teacups happen. The throw up happens.
Yeah, that was a little bit earlier, but
Okay.
now we're getting towards the end, and it's her recital
Yep.
that Molly made her her cute little tutu for.
Yep.
And
they're
Mom has decided.
to be there.
Congratulations. That's which is great.
Yeah, Mom was there. But then they're fighting because she's
Ray's
like,
like, she always does this to me. She's never here.
But fighting like a mother and daughter who are involved in each other's lives. I would be happy to see it.
and she's like, well, if you would stop moving around so much, your tutu wouldn't fall off.
I'm trying to pin it. Like, hold still.
Oh,
She shows
yeah,
up.
it was there. Okay.
Then Molly gets there and she gets in the crowd and what was she carrying? What was that big old thing? Was it just a card or what?
Molly was carrying
Yeah.
Yeah. What was she? I remember
What
that.
was
Yeah.
she
When she
carrying?
showed up.
like flowers.
No.
No.
It was like a big flat something. At first I thought it was the tutu, but it wasn't because she had already had it on. But
Oh no, because before that, the reason she was late was because she was at like an interview for like a design,
Oh
design.
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. And she had her portfolio or whatever.
Yeah.
And that was she was
she's
carrying.
like,
Okay.
I see you know the Dalai Lama.
It came back.
Oh my gosh.
But she did. Like she was almost late to it, and like again, Dakota Fanning was looking for her, and she showed up. I like the dance because they've eventually. I think they all get up. Like she gets on stage and dances with her, and they do.
There's a lot.
Okay.
Well, no, Molly doesn't get on stage.
No, but so freaking Neil comes out.
Oh yeah. Okay. So okay.
It's like a bad penny.
Team timeout. So we've got. Do we get the dance first, right?
No, he has to talk first, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And he sings the song that she literally told him not to sing in the
Yeah.
beginning of her dad.
Yeah. And then, so he starts singing, and first thing he points out is this guitar belonged to Tommy Gunn, and blah blah blah.
So now we
we're
know
like,
that he bought
he got the guitars, and then here come all the little ballerinas with
all
all
the
the other guitars.
Yeah.
and-
I think Ray is the one that really was like celebrating her, like Molly.
So
Because she was doing her dances.
Here's my thing. This is I'm remembering this now because again I've slept since then. What's the guy's name again?
Neil.
Forgettable Neil.
Yeah.
Neil.
You take him out of this movie.
And he's wearing the jacket.
You take him out of this movie for or he just fades into the background after the stupid music video, and you don't bring him back.
Yes.
You just go, he's gone, he's finito, he's a jerk. We're gonna keep his jerkness, but this movie,
It keeps bringing him back.
I think because it. Like the scriptwriters were like, well, she needs to get the guy in the end.
But then she
doesn't.
doesn't even. It just ends after the dance.
Yep.
Yeah, it's what I
Like
would.
Ray
that was a
has
weird
quote,
ending.
and then it's kind of an ominous quote too.
Yeah. What
Like,
I would have liked.
My phone's dead. I can't look it up, but it was.
Why
It's
would
kind
I?
of a creepy.
What I would have liked is for Dakota Fanning's character to be the one that bought the guitars,
Me too.
and for her to
Yeah.
go, and for that moment, for her to be like, I've my nanny's been teaching me to try and be creative, and I've been fighting her on it, but I've been realizing, and I took a ride on some teacups last night, and I threw up.
And I threw up.
And think about it, like she would be able to like talk like she's actually a child.
Yeah.
Be like, and I threw up, and I feel like it's a whole new day, and I wanted to do something, and I want to go crazy, so let's go crazy. And she starts. Then you have the scene with the guitars and the dancing and the things and the whatevers, and then like that's a moment for Dakota Fanning's connection to Brittany Murphy's character to be like really, really solidified, and we see the potential for change and why it's important to stick with it. And and then the movie ends, and we don't need Neil's stupidity.
I 100% like that was my
Neil-
thing. If Neil wasn't in this, I think it would.
Yeah,
It wouldn't have changed
Amazing.
anything really.
yeah.
Not like on a major scale. Like Neil was just there for the cliche. Like
Well, he was also there for her to realize that he wasn't worth her time anymore.
True.
Because for a good half of this movie, she's like Neil, 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 and
I'm over Neil
yeah,
because like Ray dance like that made me cry because
Yeah.
here she is going like out of her normal little
Yeah.
box and
Yeah.
doing her little freestyle, the exact same dance that Molly did to her, and like.
yeah.
Like they connected and
Yeah.
it's like they both grew and they healed,
Yeah.
and it's like a wonderful moment. Now
Yeah.
Neil just go away.
What is the quote at the end of the movie that you were?
Because I didn't write it
Can
down.
you look it up?
I was
Because
crying.
it was kind of like very end of life type situation.
I don't know why I just wanted to type Gilmore Girls. Uptown.
Gilmore Girls.
I've never even watched that show.
Oh, you need to.
We have the whole DVD set of that.
We
show.
have watched the Gilmore Girls.
I haven't. I really haven't. I'm not joking.
Okay.
Because everyone
Wow.
tells me to watch that as well.
Oh, here it is. Uptown, Ray delivers the final lines. Every story has an end, but in life, every ending is just a new beginning.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
perfect.
I like it.
Yeah, because they're like, I feel like they were talking about like all the people that died. Like,
Well, in a way, yeah.
Every story has an end, but in life, every ending is just a new
beginning.
beginning.
All right.
All right.
There's a little bit of trivia that I did not share. There's not a lot of trivia with this movie, but
Oh, that's sad.
I know.
You share, and then I will tell you how to absolutely ruin this movie in 5 seconds.
What?
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Phil is on a
Speaking of
mission.
ominous.
Phil is on a mission today.
Okay. Many people were considered for the role of Molly. Piper
Speaking of.
Perabo.
Go ahead.
Piper Paraboo. Okay.
Yep. Drew Barrymore.
That wouldn't have worked
Kate Hudson.
No.
Jennifer Aniston.
No.
Renee Zellweger.
Maybe.
And Cameron Diaz.
out. Cameron Diaz.
no.
No.
Oh, they left out. I'm glad you started with this because this is what I was going to talk about. They left out the most important one that the movie would have failed. Reese Witherspoon.
Oh. No.
No, Brittany Murphy was perfect for this movie.
Yeah.
I'm just like, could you imagine it with Reese Witherspoon? Like, no.
Especially like those actresses.
Not to
then.
say that she's a bad
No,
actress.
she's great. But
Just not right for the
this
role.
would
Yeah,
not
I
have been
know.
her movie.
Right.
Or Cameron Diaz or Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then an observation just came up in the trivia that I did not notice, but all the female characters only wear skirts and dresses.
Really?
Yeah.
And the reason
the
it was
mom?
apparently the director dislikes pants on women, which I'm like,
Oh, I also noticed too.
This was the
This-
2000s, okay?
I
That's
also
amazing.
I also noticed too.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not sure if this is related or not, but
Yeah.
there were a lot of toes out.
Oh yeah.
huh.
It was
A lot of women walking around with their dogs out. You know what I mean? They got them toes, barefoot.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Early 2000s, remember the
Yeah. Early 2000s was a style.
Aaron hit the button on
Yep,
y'all.
I hit the button. We're not going to swerve it. We'll have to edit that out later.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
He brought it up.
in a respectable way.
No, like,
don't even try. And
I'm not even talking
postulate
about
that,
like
sir.
weirdness.
I know I still have the worst censorship on here.
Can't we-
You do. You're the record holder. Anyway, so yeah, who want? I guess I'll start with my rating.
Wait, Phil was gonna say
Oh,
something.
No, you covered it. You was talking
Oh,
about-
okay, all right.
You were talking about people that they were considering for the role of Molly, and
Yeah.
I was like, man, if it was Reese Witherspoon, it would have been terrible.
No.
It's
No.
not her. It's none of their styles. Like
No.
that would just no.
It wouldn't go well. All right, so the rating. So here's my thing, and this will probably be a Zoe thing as well. If we pulled back on Neil, if Neil still existed, but at a certain point he just faded into the background, movie's fine because Neil exists to motivate and push Brittany Murphy's character to realize that she doesn't need to have a relationship right now, that she needs to move on and work on herself and better herself. So Neil absolutely exists for a purpose. He's just an idiot. If we cut the ending with Neil and just had it naturally happen with Dakota Fanning's character doing the guitars and all that kind of stuff, 10 out of 10. Without question in my mind, this movie is fantastic and it would have been great. However, because the scriptwriters decided to bring back Neil, because you got to bring him back, because it's an 8 or a 7.5 if that.
That's her.
So,
I agree. I'd go a little lower. I'd go like a 5 to 6.
okay.
But I hate doing that because, like I said, that's Chase and Turk to me. Like,
Right.
I love those.
I mean, Huey was great. He's like his normal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Show
Turk is
me the
Turk
money.
is Turk.
Sorry.
Like, but like, you can ask Zoe. I was excited when the movie first started.
Yeah.
But then, like, the whole dynamic between her and Eel, I hated.
Yeah.
I did not like that whatsoever. I kind of didn't like all the moments where Molly was like trauma dumping on the child. Like,
Right.
she's clearly got her own issues. Like,
Well,
she
and
shouldn't be holding you to bed, like to
Right.
sleep, like, you know, and like let the kid be a kid, but she apparently had to teach her how to be one.
Well, she still helped her too, like work through her dad's stuff
Yeah,
from sharing her own experience with her dad's stuff.
yeah. So that's my.
So what's your rating? Like official.
Like I said, 5 or 6.
Pick one.
5. 4.5.
Oh my god.
It's just chipping away at that rating.
Ask me again.
Okay.
All right. Who's next?
Yeah, I totally agree with Aaron. Like honestly, I wish Neil just wasn't in there. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they still laid heavily on the she's very immature and like
Yeah.
gullible and all that stuff. So I'd probably give it like an 8.
Okay.
The emotional ending saves it a little bit.
Yeah.
For me.
It comes full circle.
Yeah.
I'm the weird one. I'm giving it a 9.
Okay.
Not a perfect film. It's got the plot holes. Too much Neil, especially at the end.
much Neil.
But like, I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed this film, and I would definitely watch it again.
I think if I was still a teenager, like when this came out, when I first saw it, I would have still given it. Like I gave it a 10 out of 10 then. But
Yeah.
I think as I've grown up, I don't like movies as much as
If I watched it again, it would be for Dakota Fanning's character,
she's the.
which is
Oh my god, she's
y'all know I love my Brittany Murphy, but
her lines were pervert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wish there was more of them.
And she was a little demon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just a little demon.
Okay, well there we go. We finished the Uptown Girls podcast with an hour and a half of content of conversation, so that's exciting.
Well, it's an hour and a half long movie.
Yeah, so it's perfect.
Yeah, we can just pop it in and listen to us talk about it, and then get off, like pause, but then we tangent off on everything else. Okay, so what are we doing next week?
We talked about maybe the wedding singer.
Oh, The Wedding Singer?
Who is in that?
It's an Adam Sandler movie with Drew Barrymore. Main people to me.
Okay, I'm down with
And
that.
it's older, like one of his first ones.
Okay. I'm down with that. Aaron, do you ever have any plans of watching Happy Gilmore 2?
It was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I've heard mixed reviews.
A lot of cameo,
There-
a lot of cameos.
There are a lot of
He said
cameos.
M&M's in it.
Yeah,
Eminem is hilarious.
he's funny.
I feel like they just that actually did happen. Like Adam Sandler's like, Eminem's so funny, but I don't want to bother him.
Right.
And then he's like, screw it, I'll give him a call. I'll call
Yeah.
up Marshall, and he flew out there for one day
Wow.
and did
cool.
that scene, and
That's awesome.
it's so funny.
He is,
He is just naturally funny. I feel like they don't ever write his lines when he's in movies,
Yeah.
because you could just tell, like,
it's like improv, probably.
Yeah.
I'll bet.
Absolutely.
Sure. Do we want to cover that as well at some point in the future?
Sure. Yeah, 'cause
Maybe
we've already
after
seen it.
Wedding Singer.
Okay. I'd Happy Gilmore too.
Well, that would be a good contrast, like him now versus like his first
Yeah.
couple
Yeah.
movies.
I will say this. Adam Sandler, I think, has aged into comedy better than some of his contemporaries.
Oh yeah.
Will Ferrell is my
Or even Jim Carrey,
Jim Carrey's.
who I loved growing up. My
Yeah.
sister and I were obsessed.
Well, he hasn't really been in a lot lately.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
actually stopped completely.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
stopped acting. I think he's gotten sick of the machine, of the Hollywood machine.
Which is
he's,
fair.
He's had his own issues.
And I'm pretty sure they had to beg him to do the Sonic the Hedgehog anyway.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
Well, he said that was his last
Yeah.
film he's going to do.
which he was good as the villain, I thought.
Yeah. He seemed to enjoy it. Like, it was a kid's movie, so there's not a lot of pressure there. But yeah, no, Adam Sandler has managed, I think a lot of, and then we'll close this out. We're getting stuck on all kinds of rabbit trails. I think Adam Sandler saw what happened to a lot of his contemporaries out of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
John Belushi,
Chris
Farley. A lot of those guys died early and died young. I think Adam Sandler has, and my impression and my perception is that he's fought hard to keep on, to not just to stay relevant, but to stay, I don't know if the word's sober, but just to stay as alive as he can, because he's watched and he's lost a lot of his friends over the years. And
Not to spoil anything, but sobriety is like a big plot point in this Happy Gilmore
in
2.
Happy Gilmore 2 moment.
Yep.
It's interesting, not to, again, another rabbit trail, but there's a lot of, within the young generations and contemporary generations now, a lot of conversation about sobriety and living a sober life now. And I think part of that is because there's a lot of people who are realizing, like, oh my gosh, I don't have control of myself, or I'm unhealthy because of all these things I'm doing to myself. I have a friend who has stopped smoking and drinking and all those things, and the thing she's kind of reveling in is that she's so clear-minded. Like, her mind is clear. Like, she's not having to be in a fog or struggling. Like, I'm actually healthy. Like, I'm thinking clearly. I can remember things. I can think of things, and I just think it's fascinating that that's the conversation we're having now. In 2025, which obviously we should have had it earlier, but the sober lifestyle is the one to live.
Also, R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, that one made me sad. But yeah, Ozzy Osbourne on the other side of the spectrum, that's his journey and his artistic journey and just his journey in media. And like, a student of mine actually got to see his final concert.
Really?
Yeah. Like, because he passed away like a week later.
I know,
Yeah.
and
The student was like,
How strange.
yeah, he was like, it was
The
awesome.
timing of that is.
I know. We were talking about it.
Yeah, it was awesome to, like, the kid talked about how it was awesome to see him, like, to see him one last time. And nobody knew it was going to happen. Nobody's going to do it. Here's the thing about music, movies, and all those stars is they're all flawed. None of them is perfect. And so we have to be mindful that, you know what, you have to find a way to figure out how you feel about them. You don't have to like them. And you don't have to, It's a thing.
I feel like wouldn't nobody want their whole life to be online?
No.
Right.
If it was, then you'll probably be making some apologies too.
Right.
Like,
A lot of
Right.
them. There
Right.
you go.
Because no one's perfect.
All right, so next week it'll be The Wedding Singer, and then after that we'll do Happy Gilmore 2, and then who knows what the future holds. We'll find out more. Until then, thanks for listening to Nerds by Screenlight. Thanks for sticking with us. We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Can't get enough of this. Being with you is like never-ending sunshine. Feels like everything stops for a while. Can't get enough of this. Being with you is a never-ending sunshine. The raspberry flapovers will be out in a moment. The kitchen is closed.